Hello guys, it is Fox and welcome to a flea market slash thrift shop finds video. So today I'll be showing off some stuff that I found at flea markets and thrift shops, specifically board games. So I have 4 board games that I want to show you guys. One of them I guarantee some of you are going to have like a nostalgic boner, and the other 3 are just really cool things that I found either today or in the past month or so. But before I show you board games, I hit the flea market this morning and I got some more crack for my addiction. So here you go. You ready? You ready? Look at all that. Look at it. Oh my god, it created a reflection. I could see my lamp. Yeah, I found a guy who was selling a bunch of casino dice, and I bought all of them. They were about $5 for all of this, so, you know, it's cool. I have a problem. Yeah, I love casino dice. I've said it many times. I always carry around casino dice with me for damage counters, for using in Magic, for whatever. I love casino dice. These are Harrah's, by the way. And there's actually 2 different kinds. So you have like this kind of chromatic blue logo, and then you have the gold logo. And these are craps dice, and these are, I think, Baccarat dice. I think it's Baccarat. I'm not completely sure. Yeah, the smaller ones are not craps dice, and they're really good. They're in good condition. And I just bought all of them because I have problems. So let's get this party started with probably the worst board game among all of them that I have, and all of them are pretty good. It is the series of unfortunate events, the Perilous Parlor game. Cue BioShock music. Yeah, this is this I found in a thrift shop across the street from me, for $1.25. That is what I bought it for. And it is a interesting game that I have yet to play because it looks kind of mundane. But what's cool about it are the, I think they're brass. Brass or what are they? They actually say on it pewter. Sorry, pewter pieces. Or excuse me, pewter movers. Yeah, that's something they call them. And it was complete. What I was gonna do originally was I had this idea for like a video series where I buy board games and I open them blindly on camera to see if they're complete. That idea shat the bed pretty quickly because it's kind of tough to do, and most of the time they don't come complete and you get depressed. The pieces are pretty cool. This is, I think, Olaf. I don't really know Series of Unfortunate Events too much. I read the books a long time ago when I was in kindergarten. Not kindergarten, when I was like 3rd grade. And this is the brother, the sister, and the baby, because everyone needs a pewter baby piece. From Viacom. I just realized it said Viacom on the bottom. That's interesting. Yeah, the best part about this game probably is the pieces. I don't know, honestly, I haven't played it, so I really can't judge. You got your, I guess, hourglass things, and your poopy dice. I don't know why companies used to do this. They used to give you black, solid cubes and stickers for the dice. It probably would have been cheaper to just include some poopy white dice, but whatever. Something that was wrong with this game, excuse me, was the board it wasn't like this. I eventually like took it apart, but it was like cracked and warped at the center. I guess people were playing this quite a lot. I'm gonna number them to see, like, just to make sure which one goes to go. But I just broke it into 4 pieces and have them like layer tiles, just because it's easier. Don't get mad at me if this is actually worth money, which I doubt. You get like a bunch of tokens of Olaf in disguises. That was a funny one to go to. And yeah, it's a neat game. $1.25. One day I'll probably play it and then never play it again. And then also sell it at the flea market for like $1. So, you know, 25 cents to play a game. So this is one I found this morning for $5. 7 Wonders. Probably gonna have to zoom out a little bit. This is a great game. I have not played it, but I have seen people play it. It is a good game. $5. This is usually like a $25, $30 game, so that was pretty good to get it for that. I checked, and I'll show you what I do when I do get like board games at flea markets. After I check them to make sure everything is in there, I kind of just rubber band everything. I have like these, my mom calls them weed bags. They're pill bags to put like all the smaller pieces in. It has all the cards. 7 Wonders is a tile-based game. I don't really remember, to be honest with you, but it's basically a card game with movable like tile placement things. And it also has these little Clue check pads. That's why I call them Clue check pads, because Clue does this. When they run out, you're fucked and you can't play it anymore. And it also had money. Moolah, yeah. So yeah, $5 for 7 Wonders. Pretty happy about that. All right, next up is something Warhammer fans are gonna love. See this giant fucked up box? This is, hold on, it's heavy as fuck. This is Fantasy Roleplay Warhammer. I got this for $3. I have not looked on eBay. I have looked online for a content list because for some reason the 4 rule books in here do not contain a content list. But it is 100% complete. And I know that because there were actually still some like cardboard markers on sprues. And to find a Fantasy Flight game, that's what this is. This is a Fantasy Flight game with every single piece in a flea market, open and damaged like this, is rare as fuck. You usually never see that. This is just a little advertisement booklet that shows you. Hey, I wonder if Mansions of Madness is in here. I actually own that game too. Hey, Warhammer Invasion. Mansions of Madness is another game that has literally 10 billion pieces to it. Fantasy Flight, I love you. Hey, Call of Cthulhu. Alright. But goddamn, you guys have a lot of pieces. Well, there's Fantasy Flight. What is this? Board game sleeves. Oh, that's a neat little thing. Alright, so, I don't know how to play this. It's a fantasy role-playing game. I think it's similar to Mansions of Madness, as well as, like, Mice and Mystics. But, again, I don't know. Literally bought it this morning. I just organized it to make sure everything was here. So you get another little kind of score pad thing, which, you know, to find that at a flea market. I'm still amazed, like, everything is in here. And I did organize it, by the way, and it does have dice! Many colored dice for action and movements, I assume. I do prefer it when board games kind of let you use normal polyhedral sets, but whatever, I ain't gonna complain. These are like cardboard boxes to store cards in, but they only hold these bigger cards, which I have in here and here. And I'll show you that. I do like the way they look, and they feel a lot better than just plain cardboard. They feel like they have like a plastic coating on it. So these are character cards, and there are quite a lot of characters that you can choose from in this game. You got a lot of characters, even more characters. This is a whole stack of characters. And this is the baggie of weed that contains all the token markers for all these characters. I assume you move these around the board, and you role play with them. And of course, the dwarf is the best character in the game. Just because he's a dwarf. You also have more cards in here, which are just, I guess, like adventures. There's only a few of them. Swords for Hire, Brash Young Fools. Yeah, I think these are just kind of like adventures you can go on. For all I know, Fantasy Flight likes to add expansions, so there probably is an expansion for this, for all I know. I don't play Warhammer. I do know kind of how to play it, as long as someone's teaching me. And I use my friend's army every now and then, but that's 40K. This is more or less like a Warhammer board game. So this is kind of how I figured like I might be okay, because this packet right here was still sealed, and there were still like, there was cards thrown everywhere, but there was stuff sealed. So I figured, you know what, it's worth a $3 gamble. All the cards are here. I'm gonna organize them later, and then these things are awesome, by the way. These are just like tackle boxes. I organized like all the small cardboard pieces. I don't know what any of them do, but I will later, I'm sure. And then you get 4 books. Hold on, there's another one. And I just left these in here to show to you, like, there were still like cardboard sprues that had everything in there, so I kind of figured I was safe with that. So we got the 40K Tome of Mysteries. I assume this is part of the game. The Fantasy, this is the core rule book, so I'll show that one last. Tome of Blessings. This does remind me a lot of Mansions of Madness, which has 2 books similar to this, where it's like curses and some other thing. Tome of Adventures, so this is just like a, well, Tome of Adventures. I guess it's like a D&D RPG, like packed in a box. That's kind of why I compared it to Mice and Mystics, which is it's kind of like a role-playing in a box, but not completely. And then this is the actual rule book. The only thing wrong is that the pages are starting to come apart. I don't know why, because the people who own this clearly never played this game. Yeah, so that's a fantasy roleplay. Really fun, really cool. $3, totally worth it for a Fantasy Flight game. If you ever see one on a flea market for $3, buy it. Like, even if you don't play board games, you could probably sell it for more. Like, honestly, if I really tried, I could probably sell this for at least like 15 bucks. So the last thing for the video that I want to show you guys is something that I might need to show on the floor. I'm still trying to figure it. Let me raise the camera a little. Hold on. Nope, there is not enough height in the world to contain the entirety of this thing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Before I show it, I will tell you how much I paid for it. $20. That might sound like a lot, but it's not a lot for Battle Masters. So this thing's fucking huge. To kind of give you scale, here is a dice at the corner. That's how big this thing is. It is very, very large. So Battle Masters is, I think it's from the early 90s. It was a combination of Milton Bradley and Games Workshop, who makes Warhammer, and they basically decided to just make a giant game. Hero Quest was another game that they made that was, you know, enormous. I think this one's bigger. It actually does contain over 100 pieces. However, this one, which I found in the thrift shop, is missing 2. It's missing 2 little pieces, as well as the tower. So it's an incomplete game, but it still has the miniatures. Excuse me. I'm working on restoring it because a lot of the miniatures were broken, especially ones that have like little. Oh, this is all the. This is the game, by the way. The map was sealed. Well, not sealed, but it was basically unused. This is the map. It's fucking huge. I have to, you know, I'll put it on my floor and show you. This is the map. Oh, I have to move my chair. Look at that thing. Again, couch for scale. Look at how big that thing is. To have this as a kid must have been awesome. So yeah, I'm working on restoring it. Pieces are missing. The tower's missing. I probably can't replace that, but you know, the tower, you can use anything to represent a tower. A lot of these have like little long elongated weapon pieces like that kind of break off. If I can find one, you see what I mean? Like this is starting to kind of bend out. So I need like plastic glue. But yeah, this is awesome. So I don't know how to play the game. From my understanding, these are the movement pads. You kind of move them all as a group like this. So we have Chaos Archers. We have, where's Big Fat Fatty? Hold on, that's my favorite piece. Here he is, Big Fat Fatty. AKA, I think, an ogre. A Chaos Ogre or something like that. Yet some of them are on horses. Some are on red horses. Some are on these cool, antiquated, armored horses. There's a Chaos Warrior. It looks like this game is Chaos versus not Chaos, or like Imperial versus Chaos. It's really, really cool. It has a bunch of flags, these little cannon pieces, which I assume are supposed to be random. So it's like, these are all the same. You shuffle them. Did you hit? Nope, it bounced. Did you hit? Nope. Hey, it hit. So there's that. You get some angry dice for your pleasure, some cards, and some rocks to, I assume, throw at your opponents to distract them and cheat. And then you have these cute little goblins riding wolves. And you get wolf pieces for your space wolves. And the piece broke off. See? The piece already broke off, which means I gotta get plastic glue again. And yeah, that is Battle Masters. I paid 20 bucks for it. It is incomplete and it's kind of breaking. But at the same time, in a D&D campaign, I don't think I could actually play this, but you have miniatures. You have a lot of miniatures. Granted, they can't stand up on their own, but if you really took the time, you could go to like a hobby shop, get like stands and like put them on, and then boom, you got miniatures to fuck around with. Look, it has beastmen that are completely black and light's not hitting them. There we go. As far as painting them, they are not primed, so if I were to paint them, I would have to prime them first. But yeah, that is Battle Masters. I bought this a while ago. I almost sold it before I could record it, and I'm glad I didn't sell it. I probably will be selling it to a friend of mine if I don't decide to keep it and kind of restore it myself. But yeah, that is Battle Masters, and let me just show you this cover one more time. Look at how fucking awesome this thing is. Oh my god, I would keep this and just frame the box just to have that. So beautiful. Angry wolf. Alright, so that is it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna leave off with this. Hopefully this will be my video thumbnail. And I will see you later in more videos, but until then, master the battle. Bye.